All right, so here's how you can use deep research for various things. So first of all, you might want to find a video online. And so this is useful whenever there's a long video and you don't want to watch, say, 1 hour. Well, AI tools like ChatGPT can do just that if you know how to use them right. But here's the thing, if you don't set them up correctly, you might end up with useless or even wrong information. So let's break down exactly how to use deep research in a smart way. Hey, I'm Chris Munch and welcome to DropServe, where we help you land more agency sales without having to do the actual client work. First of all, you might want to find a video online. And so this is useful whenever there's a long video and you don't want to watch, say, 1 hour. I recommend using Gemini 2.0 Flash at the moment, and you just give it the video and then ask it what you want to do. So here I wanted it to summarize the video with a lot of detail and then include any prompts, because this was a video about deep research. And then it's given me some prompts here. So this is from our friends over at Authority Hacker, who are really smart with this stuff. So they've got some interesting ideas here of what you can do with deep research for various tasks that you might have. Okay, with some prompts ideas in there. And then, for example, one way that we can use this is to research a prospect, right, or a company. You could use this, say, to find out information on products for a blog post, and then you could use this information as a source. Okay, you could share the page and use this as a source, say, inside of Amplifier, right, in order to make a blog post, and you can use this to research a company which you might want to sell to. Okay, or really anything else which you want to research. I used it today to find a kettle that I could order locally that didn't have any plastic inside, and I was struggling to find one, and so I left ChatGPT for 30 minutes to have a look, and it did find one for me. So yeah, just makes things really, really easy. So we'll always follow up with some questions as a prompt here. This is just for researching for someone who we might want to bring in as a client, and ask some questions. I didn't want to answer them, so I just asked it to get the data, and then it's going to go through and it's doing all of this crazy research here. So loads and loads. And so it can take sometimes like 30 minutes to go through everything. Okay. And so you can just leave it to run. A little bit faster is Perplexity. Okay. So Perplexity also has deep research as well. And you want to make sure, say, when you're using ChatGPT, that you press and have the deep research button, and it's the same in Perplexity as well. So you're going to select this deep research option, and then it's going to take a long time to give the answer. Okay, and in Perplexity, it's similar. It has a few options. You'll need to be using the paid accounts, which we have. And here also you then have deep research, so you can ask any questions. So I've done this one already. Same prompt that we had inside of ChatGPT. Okay, but it just figures this stuff out a little bit faster and gave me a ton of information on what it could find on the business. Now, of course, it could be hallucinating. It might not have everything correct. Okay, so you can always ask it to go back and verify the information. You could go verify the info in ChatGPT. Here I just asked it to summarize and put it in a bullet pointed list, so it's nice and easy just to review through. I also find that using Perplexity, because Perplexity is great at going out and finding stuff and using the reasoning model. So rather than deep research, also if you have it do the reasoning model, it will do a pretty good job as well, where it thinks through. And ChatGPT has this, it will think through what you've asked for and then go through several steps. And so it's a little bit different to deep research, and it's a little bit faster, okay, but also find some good key info here, which is also being really useful, okay? And so you could take this, for example, use it to craft an email to the prospect and, call out some key things or ask some key questions. You could use this on a presentation, okay? And if you were creating content for the business, you could also then use this as potential source material and info, right? And the ChatGPT one, though, does take a pretty long time, so you just want to plan ahead before you go ahead and do that. But this is super useful, and there's lots of use cases, and we can also set up automation where this stuff can be done in the background. You can use a platform, say like make.com, and you can say, here's a data sheet, here's a list of prospects, or say a Google Sheet. It will connect, say, to ChatGPT. You can ask it to then do the deep research, return it back. You can then ask, say, Cloud to write an email for it. And so you can set some of these steps up in the background and some automation if you want to get a little bit advanced as well. So these are just some ideas that you can go ahead and use. So you've got summarizing long videos with YouTube, deep research on clients, prospects, businesses, any topic that you might need to know about using ChatGPT, also using Perplexity deep research, and also using Perplexity reasoning. Okay, and then if you wanted to get advanced and connect things together, make.com's a good platform for that.